So, good morning, ma'am. We are the group 2, and today we're going to present our chapter 1. So, first, is the rationale of the project. So, fingerprint attendance system aims to automate the attendance procedure of an educational institution using biometric technology. It gives a foolproof method of attendance marking. A handheld device is used to mark attendance without intervention of the teacher. So, the traditional system used in educational system in which the teachers pull out each student's name and mark attendance waste time waste time during the lecture. So this is becoming increasingly severe, particularly in the current scenario, where the number of students in a class is very large. Managing a large group attendance data is also difficult. So another disadvantage of the current system is the possibility of student marking fake attendance. So in corporate settings, fingerprint-based devices are used. So these devices store and verify fingerprints using a computer. It can be adapted for academic use without or with minor changes. So, attendance registers are being used in educational institutions to manage student attendance. So, during the lecture, the teacher must call out names. The increased number of students waste a reasonable amount of valuable lecture time. So to save time, some teacher mark attendance by signing on a piece of paper that is passed around the class during the lecture. So there is the possibility of cheating here by using the signature of absent student. So the need for easy identification of students in various activities has become critical in educational institutions. So this is to monitor student truancy and tardiness to class. So So as humans, we are never satisfied with what is provided for us. That's why as an information student at Cebu Technological University, Dandantayan campus, we are working on this project to improve on what we already have. So the campus already has biometric attendance, but we want it to expand. Oh, we want to expand it to all students because it is currently available to campus staff. So we want all students to have this attendance system so that teachers can save time by calling out each student's name and to avoid dishonesty by signing an absent student attendance. The primary goal of creating the system is to maintain 100% attendance, avoid faking attendance, convenience, and it increases efficiency. So in this day and age, the higher education institution must have cost-effective and efficient system in place, such as the fingerprint student attendance solutions to streamline operation and increases security. Our fingerprint-based assistance system for student attendance for a convenient way to check in and check out student and can provide numerous benefits to educational institution in addition to attendance tracking. So this can also be used at school lunch lines, libraries, and other educational settings where accurate identification and security are required. So this research will focus on developing fingerprint-based biometric study, attendance monitoring system. So the fingerprint biometric is adapted. This research work for the fact it is one of the most successful application of biometric technology. In the manual signing process where lecturer give a sheet of papers to students to write their names and signature as a form of confirming their presence for a particular class session, falsification in class attendance must occur a situation whereby a student can sign on in behalf of his or her colleague, as being present in the class when not sure can be so difficult to prevent from happening, especially from a large class where now sound and takes longer time. Also, utilizing biometric in most cases can be said to be more efficient when speed is considered and convenient than employing password and ID card. So, using a particular person fingerprint as form of authentication is just like using natural physical data as a password. So, the benefit of using biometric authentication is that it is absolutely distinct to each person. There are no two different individuals with the same fingerprint. It is difficult for one another to have the same fingerprint because fingerprints from different people can never be the same. Also, a fingerprint can never be guessed by a criminal such as a password which imposter can easily predict using a user birth date or any other common password.
Review of related literature. Review of related system technical background. Review of related literature and studies. Literature and studies guide the researcher in making comparison between his findings with the findings of the researchers and similar studies with the end in view of formulating generations or principles which are the contributions of the study to found of knowledge. As internet may gain source, I've gained sufficient information of what my system would be. The following were the theories and studies behind the concept of the system. Related literature. According to Bashir P. Muhammad, Siviragu fingerprint attendance system aims to automate the attendance procedure of an educational institution using biometric technology. This will save time wasted in calling out names and gives a foolproof method of attendance marking. A handheld device is used to mark the attendance without the intervention of teacher. The device can be passed and students can mark attendance during the lecture time. Students would be made to place their finger over the sensor as to mark their presence in the class. It can communicate with the host computer using its USB interface. This device operates from a rechargeable battery. GUI application in host computer helps the teacher to manage the device and attendance. According to Punhav Taxla in 2009, in this paper, we propose a system that automates the whole process of taking attendance and maintaining its records in an academic institute. Managing people is difficult task for most of the organizations, and maintaining the attendance record is an important factor in people management. When considering academic institutes, taking the attendance of students on daily basis and maintaining the records is a major task. Manually, taking the attendance and maintaining it for a long time adds to the difficulty of this task as well as waste of lot of time. For this reason, an efficient system is designed. This system takes attendance electronically with the help of a fingerprint sensor, and all the records are saved on a computer server. Fingerprint sensors and LCD screens are placed at the entrance of each room. In order to mark the attendance, student has to place his or her fingerprint on the fingerprint sensor. On identification, students' attendance record is updated in the a database, and he or she is notified through LCD screen. No need of all the stationary material and personnel for keeping the records. Furthermore, an automatic, system replaces the manual system. Journal of Computer Sciences and Application in 2013, the recent time, there has been high level of impersonation experience on a daily basis in both private and public sectors. The ghost worker syndrome, which has become a man ace across all the tiers of government employees concerns over the levels of employee absence in their workforce and difficulty in managing student attendance during lecture periods. Fingerprints are a form of biometric identification which is unique and does not change in one's entire lifetime. This paper presents the attendance management system is using fingerprint technology in the university environment. It consists of two processes, namely enrollment and authentication. During enrollment, the fingerprint of the user is captured and its unique features extracted and stored in database along with the user's identity as a template of this subject. The unique features called minute points were extracted using the crossing number or CN method, which extracts the range endings and bifurcations from the skeleton image by examining the local neighborhoods of each range pixel using the 3 by 3 a window. During authentication, the fingerprint user is captured again and extracted features compared with the template in the database to determine a match before attendance made. The fingerprint attendance management system was implemented with Microsoft C Sharp on the .NET Framework and Microsoft Structured Query Language or SQL Server 2005 as the backend. The experimental result shows that the developed system is highly efficient in the verification of users' fingerprint with accuracy level of 97.4%. The average execution time for the developed system was 4.29 seconds as against 18.48 seconds for the existing system. Moreover, the result shows as well secured and reliable system capable of preventing impersonation. According to Mado Kamarahut in 2005, this paper presents the design methodology of a system and high-level real-time Zigbee biometric system for AC and time-saving attendance management using the fingerprint and employee incoming the outgoing lag maintenance. Once the employees impress the fingerprints against the scanner, the system compares fingerprint patterns and the connections between various points of the fingerprint with the enrollment database. A match is recorded as a NAC exercising acquisition, processing, and transmission.
Okay, so statement of the problem, objectives of the project. So the traditional method of taking student attendance in class has been quite useful, but it is inefficient and ineffective. Due to various technological advancement, traditional pen and paper attendance has been tricky. The traditional method also involves lectures, taking daily attendance of students, calculating the student attendance percentage throughout the semester, and producing their own student attendance report. Students could easily respond or write names on behalf of their friends in order to fill out the class attendance form. The following are some of the issues. As the student population grows, so do the names on the attendance sheet. Keeping this attendance sheet becomes a problem and no proper backup is performed. Termites, floods, fires, and other natural disasters can all devastate the sheet. The question is how long the attendance sheets can be kept. Another issue would another Another issue with the old system is impersonation. Some students signed to respond in some situations. In some cases, students are absent as well as their attendance is not credible. Sometimes, the attendance sheet is misplaced or lost by some of the students. It takes a long time to check the attendance of all students who are present for a lecture. Students must wait a long time before the lectures begin. Objectives. The attendance management system aims to create an Android-based attendance system for the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology students. Main objectives. The primary goal of this project is to create a secure attendance system for Bachelor of Science Information Technology departments. Specific objectives: to develop an electronic attendance tracking system for students, to develop a system for evaluating students' performance, to develop an efficient and effective method for taking student rule, improving attendance by making it easier and faster. Scope and limitations of the project.
Scope and limitation of the project. The proposed system will manage the process of attendance that will be saved in a specific database. It will also let the user calculate daily attendance by month. Once the student placed his or her thumb mark on the scanner, it will directly save in the database. It will also contain specific time of their arrival. When the users already registered to the system, the gathered data will last not unless the administrator delete the data. It also features that once student tap the scanner, automatically the administrator will be get notified so easily. This system will use automatically and the administrator will get notified so easily. This system will use fingerprints to monitor the attendance of the students. Nevertheless, if the user place their dirty finger on the scanner and so therefore the efficiency of the scanner can be reduced. Also, the scanner or sensor cannot distinguish between a real and artificial finger. Therefore, it is so possible to fold the scanner. In addition, if an enrolled finger is been duplicated or swapped, the system will not work in accordance. The system will only covers the monitoring of attendance of the students and it does not covers any aspects of biometric. This is not capable for viewing grades. This system is not for monitoring class schedule. Significance of the study. The system of for students using fingerprint biometric will eliminate the use of paper and manual signing processes and all the rest of using associated with it. One of the rest of using a paper in class attendance is it can be easily misplaced and students hit by Leukog of sa mic rights can be easily misplaced and students cheat by signing for each other not present in the class, thereby defeating the aim of taking attendance. Tracking and monitoring students' time attendance could be tedious, time-consuming, and susceptible detectable error. Thus, the system will drastically reduce time needed to verify attendance data. Fingerprint-based student attendance monitoring system is extremely useful in institutions, especially during classes, laboratory systems, school activities that need the presence of each student, and examination during which heavy security are normally deployed to validate students' identity in order to curb impostor. Most lecturers hands out sheet of paper for their class attendance, which can easily to misplace or damage the poses a lot of stress in accumulating grades for their students. The system allows the lecturer to monitor each, track down trunks, and take the appropriate action. Thus, the system is not only eliminates all these downsides. The authentication system is not only useful to the institution and lecturers alone. Even the students benefits a great deal by reducing stress in cleaning, phoning up, which result in delay and often time in the damage of the attendance sheet. It also prevents mistake and anomaly that is associated with manual signing in which student can attend a class are marked accorded to the particular attendance due to multiple attendance sheet. Teachers. This study will be beneficial to the teachers since they don't have manual check the student attendance. Teachers will also get notified whenever there are students who sign on the attendance. Students. This study will be beneficial to the students because they don't have to manually write their attendance. They don't have to look for the specific student who have the attendance list to sign it and record their attendance. Future future researchers. The result of this research is beneficial to the future researchers because they can get any idea from this study or they can also make this study as a guide in their future study.
Methodology. Oh my God. Every project requires a process model to assist developers in determining their goal. A process model is the generalization of the software development process that is abstract. The following are some of the reasons for selecting a process model. So create a software development process that is well defined, improve communication and thus user implementation and training, aids in the development of a high quality project. A fingerprint device is used to capture the fingerprint which is then stored in a previously enrolled database. To verify attendance, the student places his or her finger on the fingerprint device and the student's matriculation number is recorded in the database as having attended that specific lecture. At the end of the semester, reports are generated that details the students who are eligible for exam as well as the percentage of times they attended lectures. It is made up of two processes, enrollment and authentication. So during the enrollment process, the user's fingerprints is captured and its unique features are extracted and stored in database alongside the user's identity as a template for the subject. So this is the flow of our fingerprints. So first, so take fingerprints. So then extract fingerprints template. Then display register fingerprint. Then identify template. Then check for attendance status for the lecture. Then display attendance or already taken for the period. Then take the attendance, then stop. So fingerprint authentication is used by the attendance management system. The system recognizes an individual by comparing his or her biometric to his her previous recorded in database to determine if the individual is who claims to be. Biometric authentication generally consists of two stages. Enrollment as opposed to identification entails registering the student's biodata in a database so that his or her finger can be recognized and verified. Authentication. After the fingerprint has been verified, it is compared to previously registered and accepted fingerprint and authenticated.